In West Bengal Assembly, there is no Congress MLA, and so far as the Lok Sabha is concerned, we know what exactly the minimum number they have. So at present, if the idea of India, the India Alliance, which was propagated by all the leaders, and Mamata Banerjee has time and again spoken very vividly that it will be the political parties whichever is more powerful or more strengthened in their areas will lead the India Alliance. So far as West Bengal is concerned, it is the Trinamool Congress, and there is no doubt about it.
Argument,
I believe
that part of the argument, but I
that we are.
Orka, I agree with that bit of argument that wherever the Trinamool or any other regional parties is strong, the Congress party should make way for it. And she has been talking about the alliance where the Congress party has the option of contesting only on 2 seats in Bengal. But this fishing for the Muslim vote bank, my question which you are evading is that Mamata Banerjee knows that the consolidation of the Muslim vote bank provides her that cushion based on which she can practice other aspects of her politics and stay in power in Bengal. So what she accuses BJP of, which is Hindu consolidation, is exactly what everyone else in the opposition does. Now because Mamata Banerjee and Trinamool, they are in power in Bengal, they don't want anyone else to do it. And that's why this attack on Congress today. Orko.
Well, so far as the consolidation of Muslim votes and consolidation of Hindu votes are concerned, please try to understand Bengal stands out to be different than any other state, and if there is at all any consolidation of Hindu and Muslim votes, it is in favor of Bengal, which means that Mamata Banerjee will be sharing the mammoth vote shares which she has been calling for through her development styles. There is no doubt that a community particular in Bengal has been made to feel threatened as well as made to be feel threatened all over India. We know what exactly the scenario is. If somebody keeps a particular meat in their house, in other states their house is ransacked. This is not the position what is happening in Bengal. Bengal lives in harmony. Bengal lives where we are respecting the Purohits. We are also respecting the Maulanas.
I know for myself, pockets in Bengal, pockets in Kolkata, where if you do Sandhya Aarti at your home, people would come. If you blow the conch shell, people would come to your home and say, please don't do this. It's disturbing us because this is not our religion. There are those enclaves, pockets, whatever you call them in Bengal. So let's not say that there is one community feeling threatened in India.
That the biggest support, the biggest, I please try to understand this. Mamata Banerjee is a crowd puller and Mamata Banerjee has a fan following in Bengal. But the moment the leader of opposition opens his mouth, the people of Bengal consolidates in favor of Trinamool Congress. So far as the biggest support of Trinamool Congress.
The question is not whether Mamata Banerjee is popular or not, which she obviously is, and that's why she is the chief minister, Argo. But my question of
in Bengal, we have
opposition secular parties playing the Muslim vote bank politics to the hill is something which we are discussing. Okay, let me take this to Guru Prakash Paswan. Guru Prakash, you would say this is something which the BJP has been saying from the LK Advani days, that this is pseudo-secularism. In the name of secularism, these parties just practice Muslim appeasement politics. Mamata Banerjee, of course, is saying that even the BJP does Hindu consolidation, the Congress is trying to do Muslim consolidation, but I am for everyone. How would the BJP respond given the fact that BJP, despite all the efforts in Bengal, in the state assembly, remains a smaller player vis-a-vis Trinamool?
No, we don't remain a smaller player. Number one, in the last assembly election, we saw our rise from hardly a single-digit MLA party to the principal opposition party. We now are the principal opposition party in the state of West Bengal. But you have raised a very important and a very significant point when you speak of minority appeasement. You see, when a sitting prime minister, when a prime minister who is sitting on the chair, he is saying कि इस देश के संसाधनों पे पहला हक मुसलमानों का है. The first right over the resources of this country is of the Muslims. Then does this not amount to minority appeasement? I want to ask my friend from the Congress party. This is a clear-cut case of minority appeasement. Let's go back. Satanic verses, you would very well remember. satanic verses was banned only in India. Under whose pressure? Under the pressure of Maulvis and Maulanas. Is this not the definition of minority appeasement? Go up to the previous year. Shah Bano judgment, a very progressive judgment that empowered the divorced Muslim woman with maintenance. But the Rajiv Gandhi, the Prime Minister then, he reversed that. He brought a law against it. He brought a regressive law against a progressive judgment. Is this not minority appeasement? But we have to understand one thing. You see, you cannot take anyone for granted. Over the last 10 years, we have seen so many things. We have seen a discussion, we have seen a positive conversation on inclusion of Pasmandas as well. 80% of our Muslim brothers and sisters, they belong to Pasmanda community. And for the first time, we are witnessing a transformative conversation. Representation of Mr. Tariq Mansoor, who is the Vice Chancellor of Aligarh Muslim University. For the first time, we are witnessing a Pasmanda from Jammu and Kashmir, Ghulam Ali Khatana, in the Rajya Sabha as well. You look at the plight of the status of the women in among the Muslim community, be it the abrogation of triple talaq, empowerment through our welfare measures as well. What is your yardstick, sir? I don't understand. In terms of communal harmony as well, the last decade has been the most peaceful decade in terms of communal harmony. We very well remember before 2010, everywhere, Muzaffarnagar, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, everywhere
Guru
there
Prakash.
is a communal right. But in the last 10 years, there has hardly been any communal right. And one last point. You look at the state of the Islamic nation. Prime Minister Modi's warmth and camaraderie with the Islamic nations. He receiving the topmost civilian honor from the Islamic nations. This tells you that Prime Minister, when he says Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, it is not just rhetoric, it is not just polemics, but it is a commitment for each and every one of us. 140 करोड़ भारतीयों का साथ प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के साथ.
Okay, fair enough. Guru Prakash, you did give the party's brave defense of how the Congress, beg your pardon, how the BJP is taking care of all, including the Muslims, who constitute the second largest majority of the country. But we are joined in by Kaustubh Bagchi. He's an advocate and speaks for the Congress party from West Bengal. And I really wanted him on this panel to understand how the Congress party sees this direct attack by the Bengal chief minister on their leadership. Mr. Bagchi, Mamata Banerjee really not mincing words in saying that the Congress party is trying to sneak into the Muslim vote bank in Bengal and seems to be doing so desperately that it did not even inform the Bengal chief minister of the Bharat Joro Yatra when it was coming, where it was coming, despite the fact that the leadership was talking to the local administration. But the language that Mamata Banerjee has used is very direct. It is accusing the Congress of fishing for the Muslim vote bank, blatantly blasé about it. So, I mean, how does the Congress party respond?
See, in West Bengal, we make it very clear that we do not tolerate the Trinamool Congress. We don't have any kind of friendly relation with the Trinamool Congress. The Trinamool Congress in the state of West Bengal has been a party which has always tried to decimate the Congress. You see, in various rallies or political programs that has been conducted by the Congress, it has always been obstructed to by the Trinamool Congress. Even if the Rahul Gandhi rally, it has also been highly obstructed by the Trinamool Congress. There were attacks on various workers. There were attacks on Rahul Gandhi's convoy. So there is a lot of things. But the unfortunate part is that the leadership is trying to shield the entire thing. That's a very unfortunate part. What we try to say is, if the Trinamool Congress has been doing all these things, party should come up with a clear stand saying that we do not approve what the Trinamool Congress say. And forget about the INDI Alliance in the state of West Bengal. There's no sort of alliance with the Trinamool Congress. The Trinamool Congress, there is only one agenda for the Congress workers in the state of West Bengal. That is to uproot the Trinamool Congress government in the state of West Bengal. There's nothing more, nothing less.
You have officially announced, Mr. Bagchi, that there is no alliance between the Congress and Trinamool left now, right?
No, because see, I have been shouting all these months all across the state of West Bengal that the alliance with the Trinamool Congress, like not even an alliance, even if sitting beside the Trinamool Congress leader does not look good to us. Is the Trinamool Congress who are looteras and scamsters and they are labeled in the, that is what they are labeled in the state of West Bengal. People do not approve those things. Even the grassroots Congress workers do not approve those things. It has been the Trinamool Congress who have always tried to decimate the Congress. Not only in the state of West Bengal. You go to you see in what happened in Goa, what happened in Manipur, in various states, in Tripura. The Trinamool Congress has always been instrumental in trying to have political gains for the BJP. So that's something the Congress workers do not approve of.
You know,
we have
Mr.
nothing
Bagchi,
with the Trinamool Congress in the state of West Bengal, and that's very loud and clear.
Mr. Bagchi, you know, unfortunately, I've run out of time, but then this is a conundrum which the Congress party is facing, you are right, not just in Bengal, but in whichever state, the opposition parties calling themselves secular essentially fish for the Muslim vote bank. Arko, I wanted to come to you, but I've run out of time. I would have wanted to go once more to Guru Prakash, but the point is that as we have seen in the case of Gujarat, between the Congress and the Aam Aadmi Party, the vote bank is splitting, helping the BJP. In the case of Punjab, in the case of Goa, in the case of Delhi, the Congress party happens to be on the losing side whenever there is a secular ally and they fish for the same vote bank, which is the Muslim vote bank. For the Muslims also to understand whether they are willing to be held captive earlier by the Congress and now by these regional parties. That's the question which the community has to ask. On that note, we come to an end of this conversation, a short break. On the other side, trending burning question is back.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studios, your one-stop destination for all the breaking news updates, and I am Shivangi Shukla. This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one-stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai. This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one-stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studios, your one-stop destination for all the breaking news updates, and I am Shivangi Shukla.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one-stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one-stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studios, your one-stop destination for all the breaking news updates, and I am Shivangi Shukla.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one-stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
Trending burning question, powered by Reva University, Century Laminates, AMNS, Acco Insurance, and Hyundai Summit.
Thank you for joining us on the trending burning question. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, minutes after the debate was presented in the parliament, a parliamentarian from the Congress party, while speaking to the media, and he's from Karnataka, he says, and he alleges that there is a discrimination to the states in the south. It's still a debate. You can debate it, you can talk about it, you can discuss it, you can put the facts in front. But he made a comment suggesting that if this is going to be the treatment, then states from the south will have to consider becoming a separate country. He actually said that. He actually said that southern India should be a separate country. It's secessionism. And he's getting huge backlash. His own party is not able to defend the comment directly. They are not defending his comment directly, but what they are doing instead is they're giving him cover. The entire Karnataka government, which is about 136 MLAs and Congress MPs and ministers, they're all planning to come to Delhi next week. And they are planning a huge protest in Delhi. Essentially, the Congress, after making a mistake, facing backlash, is brazening it out. Here's the story so far.
Shocking, unacceptable, outrageous. Shortly after the budget presentation yesterday, Congress is back with North-Side divide politics. And leading the divisive rant this time is a sitting MP from Karnataka, D.K. Suresh.
ಉತ್ತರ ಭಾರತದ ಕಡೆ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಹಂಚ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಅನ್ಯಾಯ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಖಂಡಿಸಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಬೇಡಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ಇಡಬೇಕಾದಂಥ ಅನಿವಾರ್ಯ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಹಿಂದಿ ಪ್ರದೇಶದವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಭಾವಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
a massive political face-off is underway over the Congress MP's separate nation remark.
This is diversionary. This is diversionary. We need to address this question of whether this country can be divided, even as a wishful thinking by a member in the Lok Sabha. Can any member here talk of anything else more important than that?
BJP is trying to politicalize what he said, that what injustice has been done to the state of Karnataka and southern part of India. He has just explained this is the thinking will occur in the future if they are trying to destabilize or if they try to show a different type of treatment to the South India. That is what he has occurred. He has not said. He said that he is an Indian and a born Indian. He will fight as an Indian.
As Congress stokes North-South debate again, the BJP has swiftly condemned DK Suresh's divisive remark.
इन लोगों ने किसी ने भी डीके सुरेश के इस असंवैधानिक टिप्पणी का विरोध नहीं किया है. All the leaders of the so-called India Gathbandhan are maintaining a conspicuous silence on this utterly shameful, irresponsible and unconstitutional comment of the Congress MP from Karnataka, Mr. D.K. Suresh.
Today under Rahul Gandhi, he sets out to doing these Jodo Yatra so-called, and at the same time that he tries to fool people about his Jodo Yatra, you have leaders, senior leaders. D.K. Suresh, by the way, is one of the few MPs that they have in Karnataka. Senior leaders like that talking about dividing India.
देश का विभाजन लेकर कांग्रेस का ये परंपरा अभी भी बरकरार है. कांग्रेस पार्टी इस विषय में मैं मांगता हूं स्पष्टीकरण करना चाहिए, देश से माफी मांगना चाहिए और संविधान का जो आशय है ये घोर अपमान किया है.
BJP MLC Challavadi Narayan Swamy has written to Lok Sabha speakers seeking DK Suresh's disqualification from Lok Sabha. On the back foot, Congress was forced to drift away from DK Suresh's remark.
अगर कोई भी देश को तोड़ने की बात किया हम कभी सहन नहीं करेंगे, चाहे वो किसी पार्टी का हो, चाहे मेरे पार्टी का हो, चाहे उनके पार्टी का हो, चाहे और किसी के. इस देश को एकता रखने के लिए कोई कहे या नहीं कहे, मैं खुद मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे होके कहूंगा कन्याकुमारी से लेकर कश्मीर तक हम एक हैं, एक रहेंगे, एक देश रहेंगे.
Will Congress take action against its own, or is the Congress banking on North-Side divide politics? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Okay, so let me introduce our panelists this evening. For now, I have BJP's Guru Prakash. Guru Prakash is a spokesperson of the BJP. He's live from Patna. I will be joined by Shyam Prasad Meka of the Congress and Umar Junaidi, a political analyst who is also live and with us. He's a Congress-leaning panelist, will be joining us live. But I want to go across to Guru Prakash. Guru Prakash, the Congress party has decided to brazen it out. They've, forget about taking action. They've distanced themselves. They tried to at least distance themselves, but they're going to come to Delhi. 136 MLAs, their MPs from Karnataka, the senior leaders, they will all be here in Delhi, which effectively means they're going to brazen it out. Guru Prakash.
No, you have to understand that Mr. Suresh is not a random party worker. Mr. Suresh is not a random office bearer of the Congress party. Mr. Suresh is a sitting member of parliament. The word of Mr. Suresh is the word of the Congress party. I have absolutely no doubt with respect to that. It is the Congress party's official stance. And like you said yourself, that the Congress party till now has not distanced itself from the statement of Mr. D.K. Suresh. A separate nation, for God's sake. The Congress party must go back and read the Constitution of India. Unity and integrity of our country is supreme. Unity and integrity is sacrosanct. But I don't understand this. But you should also look at the trend. You should also look at what has happened in the past. Revanth Reddy, sitting Chief Minister of Telangana, right after his oath, makes derision comment about the DNA of people from Bihar. तेलंगाना का सीएम केसीआर का जो डीएनए है ये बिहार का डीएनए है. It was none other than the Congress chief minister who make this derisive comment on people of Bihar. I am live from Bihar. I was insulted. My sentiments were hurt. But the Congress party gave two hoots about it. Number two, Dayanidhi Maran, again a leader of the key constituent party of INDI Alliance. He said people from UP and Bihar can come and clean our toilets. So there is a grand narrative of the Congress party which strikes on separatism. Congress party since 1947 has done the politics of separatism. Hindu versus Muslim, Brahmins versus Dalits, North versus South. This has been the modus operandi of the Congress party.
No, I agree with you. 1 minute. Guru Prakash, I agree with you. Guru Prakash, just pause there right now. Right now, pause there. Just pause right there, Guru Prakash. Pause right there. I agree with you. Fundamentally, I agree with you that he should not even have made that comment. Fine, that's completely wrong. He cannot even do that. And it's in the, perhaps you can say in the Congress DNA to talk about these things. They say North India, South India, they say Kannada, they say Hindi. They do all of this, right? They went to Kerala and say people, voters in Kerala are not superficial. I agree with all of that. That is fine. You can question them on that politically. But let me ask you a question, Guru Prakash. Before I go to Shyam Prasad and Umar Junaidi, I don't know, very, very interestingly, and while it should be a debate, let me give you a fact. The central grants to Karnataka has reduced at least 6% in 3 years. You can just pick up your phone. You can just do a simple search on Karnataka central funds reduction. Okay? And it's not like it wasn't your government. You had a BJP government there until 2023, mid-2023. And you've had a BJP government in the center. Karnataka pays the second highest GST. Okay, you can debate it. It's a matter of debate. We should debate it. We should have a long conversation on it. But the central funds has drastically dipped. Drastically dipped. Let me give you some figures. From 35,000 devolution, 35,900 crore in 2018-2019 comes down to about 30,000 in 2019 and goes up to 37,000 crore in 2023. But grants in aid fall drastically. And these are stats from 21,000 crore in 2021 to 13,000 in 2023. Now, these are figures. See, it's okay here to say that Desh Drohi, all of that is okay. You can slam him, you can ask him whatever you want, but these are facts. Guru Prakash.
No, see, I'm very happy that you raised this question, and it is very important for our viewers to understand that after 2014, especially after the recommendation of the 14th Finance Commission, you would be very well aware of the fact that the share of states have gone up. Initially, it was 32%. Now it is 40%. Point number one. Point number two, I have the data from the Government of India here. The devolution of tax and also the grant in aids. It has more than tripled with respect to UPA times. We must understand, you have to make an assessment. You cannot examine data purely on the basis of what it is today, but you have to examine the data on the basis of comparative analysis. Now, let me give you a figure as well. Tax devolution in 2009 to 2014, 54,000 crore to Karnataka. From 14 to 19, 1.5 lakh crore. This is more than triple, almost triple the amount. Grant in aids, 35,000 crore from 2009 to 2014. Grant in aids from 2014 to 2019, 92 lakh crore. So in terms of tax devolution, in terms of grant in aids, in terms of financial federalism,
debate now. Okay, fine, got it. Now you're on the back foot on that point. Shyam Prasad. Let me ask Shyam Prasad. Shyam Prasad is responding to you. I have two guests who haven't spoken. Shyam Prasad, I want Shyam Prasad to come in.
See, first point. Okay, can you repeat your question, please? Can you repeat your question, please?
I wanted you to respond to him because, you know, this is a very, very, very touchy topic. You know, you cannot, okay, you can debate it. You can ask for central funds, you can discuss that. But to ask for a separate country, it's secessionism. There's no doubt about that. But
Yeah, totally.
With parties like the BRS that
I
can't
agree with
stand
you
the
totally.
Congress
See,
are also agreeing with what
we can
DK Suresh
debate
said.
the fairness in the devolution or unfairness in it. We can always debate it. We have no problem. But something that is bordering on the secession kind of a remark is uncalled for, and I totally condemn that. And our president, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, has categorically said that so in Parliament. Okay, so there ends that. So now, to the actual question that DK Suresh is raised, and he unintentionally might have spoken something that he didn't mean to. Okay, that's fine. Let's move from there. See, we are living in a country where day in and day out, every day we are hearing secessionist comments. Right? Everybody calls for a Hindu Rashtra. Isn't that secessionist? Think about it in your minds. We are a republic, and somebody daily coming to the national media and everywhere
You can question that comment, but you can't. It's not secession.
That is secession.
You're getting a little confused.
That is secession.
You're getting a little confused.
They
That's
are
not
asking
secessionism.
for
It's a
a country
controversial
for
comment. It's a
Hindu values.
controversy. It's a controversial comment. It's controversy.
I need the constitutional
You can even
values
argue
in this
saying it
country.
goes against the
we have
our constitution, but it's not secessionism. Okay,
in
go
this
ahead.
country. It may be hurting to you. You might not have expected this, but think in your own mind.
Sir, 1 minute. What are you talking about? You are the same party who says people of Kerala are not superficial. Who said people of Kerala are not superficial? Which parliamentarian who went from UP to Kerala said people of Kerala are not superficial, unlike the people of the north? Who said Hindi belt states? Hindi belt states?
I will tell you.
Who said people of South India think, but people of North India don't think?
In responsible
Who makes these
positions
comments?
in this country who said Shudras have no other job but to serve the other three varnas. There are people in responsible positions who says the Safai Karmachari derive some sort of a philosophical pleasure from doing that work. These kind of leaders we have in this country, we have normalized these talks. Do you understand that? Do you know who these people are? Are you conducting debates on them? Are you calling them secessionists? Are you calling them anti-national?
You're going from... No, 1 minute.
Be honest with yourself.
No. You're mixing things up. See, secessionism is not the same as...
Not at all.
No. Sham. No. This is a much more serious subject. See, you can... That's a separate debate. I'm not saying it's irrelevant.
Why
I'm
is
saying
it a
that's a separate debate.
Anybody
You're
talks
mixing
a
things
secession
together.
language? Is the debate
No,
for
it
me?
is a separate debate. It is a separate debate, sir. It has absolutely nothing to do with secessionism. 1 minute. Why
Umar
Junaidi hasn't spoken yet. I'm getting in Umar
Don't you believe
Junaidi.
in the Republic of India? Why are you asking
1 minute.
for
Umar
Hindu
Junaidi.
Rashtra? Is that not a separatism?
Sir,
Pakistan asked for an Islamic Republic. Now you are asking for a Hindu Rashtra.
Sham, you're normalizing these comments. You're normalizing his demand for a separate country by saying that these things happen all the time. Please. Don't try to normalize it. You can't generalize it.
He should be condemned at all times.
Can the Congress...
Pakistan asked for an Islamic Republic. Now people are asking for a Hindu Republic. They're asking for a Hindu Rashtra.
I'm asking Umar to come in.
What
Okay,
are these
let
people
Umar
called?
speak and come back to Umar. Umar hasn't spoken. It has absolutely nothing to do. Umar.
No, why not?
Yes.
You didn't expect it that I'll take this line.
No, it has absolutely no connection to this subject. Umar Junaidi.
I won't play on the pitch you set, no. I will play the ball as the ball.
You think Congress is brazening it out? You think Congress can defend this or brazen it out by bringing all their MLAs to Delhi, Umar?
What do you mean? Congress very clearly.
First of all, the statement.
Question is to Umar bhai. Sham bhai.
Very simple.
Question is for Umar.
The leader of the party, whom from DK Suresh comes from, has already given a statement in the parliament and has said that Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is one, and it might be Congress or it might be any other party, and it might be any leader from any party. If he or she talks about the separation of the nation or dividing the nation, that cannot be tolerated and that won't be tolerated. Now talking about the statement by DK Suresh, who I feel wanted to just show the picture of the injustice done to the Karnataka as well as to the southern states of the India, wherein it is a fact that the budget sharing of the states have been of the southern states have been continuously decreasing. Now the only focus is on Uttar Pradesh. Now the only focus is on other states, as because the BJP is getting strong in North Belt, the Hindi Belt states, as well as the Uttar Pradesh has seen hike of 2% in the budget sharing, wherein they are focusing the Hindutva agenda of Ram Mandir, where they are politicizing the Ram Mandir, and moreover, the BJP is scared, BJP is feared of the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, which is in return trying to unify India, trying to make India one country against the BJP. And now out of nowhere, BJP takes the statement of DK Suresh, twists it and shows that the Congress is talking about division politics. Congress is talking about divide and rule.
What is twisting in that, yaar? You just started by saying that you condemn the comment. How can you say that twisting it? He has actually said it that we will have to think of a separate country. If you say we will think of a separate country, it's secessionism. Umar Junaidi, pick up a dictionary.
Why are you talking
pick up
about
a dictionary and read up the
every day?
meaning of secessionism.
Why
Asking
are
for a
you
separate country.
about Hindu Rashtra? First answer me that.
If it's not the injustice,
who's you people?
then
Hindu Rashtra kaun bol raha hai? BJP ko पूछो ना. That is not secessionism. 1 minute. That is a controversy. That is not secessionism. 1 minute. I'm getting asked Guru Prakash to come in. How can you even defend it? Nonsense. Guru Prakash. I'm asking Guru Prakash to come in.
Mind your language, sir. Mind your tongue.
You guys are falling like, you know,
who you are and what
you're falling over each other too.
What nonsense you do on the TV. You are here to debate on the topic. Debate in a manner.
Hello, Umar. Calm down. First of all, calm down. You started by no 1 minute. Umar, you calm down because you started by saying you condemn it, and then you're defending it towards the end of your argument. So make up your mind whether you back it or you condemn it. I think you're a little confused on the show.
No, why?
Guru Prakash.
Where is the confusion?
I am not confused. I am not confused. The statement is very clear that yes, the statement by DK Suresh is condemnable and I condemn it. Yes. But the intention of the statement was to highlight the injustice done to the southern states of the nation. And if this continues, if we do not condemn
I started by saying that, Umar. I started by saying that. I started the show by saying that. I started the show by saying that and putting figures out about how the grant has decreased over the years. I started the debate by saying that. So you're coming back to the same point. My question to you was, will it help the Congress if they brazen it out and bring their MLAs here? Guru Prakash. I'm asking Guru Prakash. I'll tell you why. Yesterday in Republic, okay, my one last question. Yesterday, we have Republic Kannada. In Republic Kannada, I'll tell you what the Congress did. The Congress very smartly challenged the BJP saying, if you have the courage, if you have the guts, put a case against him. And you see what a big hero DK Suresh will become in Karnataka, and that there will be a wave before the elections. See, you're also in a spot, Guru Prakash, on how you handle this issue.
No, there is no point. You see, I just gave you the data. I just gave you the facts that UPA, with respect to NDA, you see there is a huge difference. NDA, the allocation of tax and the allocation of grant in it has gone up 3 times. And this theatrics of the Congress party is clearly beyond my comprehension. On the one hand, Rahul Gandhi said ki desh mein kerosene hai. You just need a matchstick. And these people are the ones who are spreading the real kerosene. The kerosene of separatism, the kerosene of cleavages, the kerosene of fault lines, which we must understand. But you see, we don't mind that because the Congress party and its top leadership, the Congress party and its top leadership has made up its mind. Congress party is not going to come till 2034. Till 2034,
that is fine. We will fight you still.
In Delhi, so they are just being a Tom, Dick, and Harry.
We are not here
for 2034.
1 minute. We are here. I thought it's very interesting, Shyam Prasad, I find it very interesting that you say hatred. Yesterday, I don't know whether you heard the full soundbite of DK Suresh, but he said, these Hindi states from the north, they're running all over us. That is not hatred, no? That is not hatred.
I condemn that.
I'll leave it at that. We'll debate this because the story is only going to get bigger. Story is going to get bigger.
I don't subscribe to that view of DK Suresh.
Only because of running out of time, story is going to get bigger. Umar, Shyam, Guru Prakash, only because of lack of time, I'm ending it here. We'll take this forward. Thank you very much. Arnab is coming up next with the debate. Thank you very much.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studios, your one-stop destination for all the breaking news updates, and I am Shivangi Shukla.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studios, your one-stop destination for all the breaking news updates, and I am Shivangi Shukla.
Kejriwal skips fifth ED summons. Kejriwal cries conspiracy to topple AAP government. Has Kejriwal lost the anti-corruption crusader tag? Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Debate at 9, presented by Amity University, powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka, Century Club Prime, Policy Bazaar, and AMNS India.
Gentlemen, Aam Aadmi Party Chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has skipped the Enforcement Directorate's summons for a fifth time. This story is beginning to peak. The man who once said he would quit over even a 10 rupee corruption charge is now essentially week after week cocking a snook at the Enforcement Directorate, who have done everything to exercise patience in getting very specific answers on the Liquorgate mega scam. Think of it, ladies and gentlemen. Those officers of the ED doing their job, respectfully requesting Kejriwal to kindly comply, like any normal citizen should, and take some very specific questions on the mega scam that under his watch, his closest comrades are in lockup for. The Kejriwal who said he would fast to weed out corruption, ladies and gentlemen. Fast forward 13 years, what do we have? The Kejriwal who sat at a press conference saying he will take a referendum from the people. The Kejriwal who said that his only motive to come into politics is to end corruption. The Kejriwal who told me on record in an interview that he would never enter politics. That Kejriwal is now saying, essentially saying, that he gives two hoots to questions of corruption. Now, because if Kejriwal, who seems to have mastered the art of these pre-recorded, scripted, videotaped messages, had any specific answer on Liquorgate, he would have had an open press conference and taken all questions. But he responds in anger if he's asked questions. The Kejriwal of today as Chief Minister, in my view, has been proven to be the shrewdest politician who piggybacked on the anti-corruption movement that journalists like us unraveled and got his bit of fame and political luck
only to become as far removed from the cause of fighting corruption as one could be. Now look at the company he is in. Lalu Prasad, Hemant Soren, Kejriwal, Suresh Kalmari. With Soren already in lockup, the only question is, and if you ask me, it's a rhetorical one. If Kejriwal keeps going on like this, then hashtag is Kejriwal next. I've been saying it, ladies and gentlemen, every single night that I've done a show on this. Arvind Kejriwal should not look like he's doing everything to avoid being questioned. It's looking fishy, Arvind. Is he doing everything he can possibly to avoid being in the next in line for arrest? Or the way he's behaving, is he trying to ensure that he's going to be the next in line for arrest? Is he leaving the agencies no choice but to send him into jail? And is he doing it to try and hope to fool the electorate with some sham vendetta argument? Ladies and gentlemen, the taint of corruption, rather the stain of corruption, does not wipe away in a new India. Even the Supreme Court has said that Liquorgate, there is a very strong prima facie case. Hence, these are not just allegations, this is in a way a proven case. This case and these allegations, if they go completely unanswered, hyper-specifically, may be the death knell to Arvind Kejriwal's 12-year-old political career. That is my view, ladies and gentlemen. The man had potential. But if he goes into jail and if the courts uphold the view that there is a strong case in Liquorgate, that could be the turning point in his 12-year-old political career. He may have run out of luck this time. Debate number 1 tonight is Kejriwal. Debate number 2 this evening, viewers. On this Friday evening edition of the debate, Vijay Shekhar Sharma and the Paytm controversy gets bigger and bigger as the company nosedives. Debate number 3 this evening, Mamata Banerjee accuses the Congress of pandering to the Muslim vote. Isn't that the most ironical statement from a person who has done exactly the same thing herself? Debate number 3, and here are the headlines this Friday evening on The Debate Tonight. Is Arvind Kejriwal next under the scanner for Liquorgate? In a big way, Arvind Kejriwal has skipped the ED summons for a 5th time. Delhi Police's crime branch at Arvind Kejriwal's residence issues notice to him over the MLA poaching scam. Mamata goes all out against the Congress party, says Rahul Gandhi is fishing for Muslim votes in West Bengal. INDI Alliance now breaks up in Jammu and Kashmir as well. The Congress screens candidates for Lok Sabha elections as the seat-sharing tussle continues and becomes even bigger and unstoppable. As the RBI imposes fresh curbs on Paytm, founder tries to play the startup card, says nothing to worry. And the Allahabad High Court upholds prayers at Gyanvapi. The Muslim side questions the order. The BJP hits back. Ladies and gentlemen, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has skipped the ED summons in the Delhi liquor policy case, Liquorgate, for the 5th time. He claims the summons are politically motivated. From going on a Vipassana retreat to campaigning for the elections, Arvind Kejriwal has come up with endless excuses to dodge being questioned by the ED. Is it because he is worried that he would not be able to give specific answers or have to confess to his role? Hashtag is Kejriwal next. Let's debate.
Arvind Kejriwal has skipped ED summons for the 5th time in the Delhi Liquorgate case. Dodging summons after summons, every month Kejriwal has one thing to say.
Was Arvind Kejriwal present when Manish Sisodia's secretary C. Arvind was handed over a document which was essentially the draft excise policy? It was the same draft excise policy which had changed the profit margin from 5% to 12% that the ED essentially suspects is the quid pro quo. But for the fifth time, the Chief Minister did not respond to the summons sent out by the federal agency. In fact, called it an illegal summons.
Delhi Chief Minister is a repeat offender.
खुलेआम गुंडागर्दी चल रही है, किसी को भी पकड़ के जेल में डाल दो। अब बीजेपी मुझे गिरफ्तार करना चाहती है। इन्होंने मुझे समन भेजे हैं। मेरे वकीलों ने मुझे बताया कि ये समन गैर कानूनी है। क्यों गैर कानूनी है? ये मैंने इनको विस्तार से लिख के भेजा है। मैंने बताया है कि उनके समन कैसे गैर कानूनी है, लेकिन उन्होंने मेरी एक भी बात का जवाब नहीं दिया। मनीष सिसोदिया, संजय सिंह और विजय नायर इसलिए जेल में नहीं है कि उन्होंने भ्रष्टाचार किया है, वो इसलिए जेल में है क्योंकि उन्होंने बीजेपी में शामिल होने से इनकार कर दिया है। इस तरह देश के ईमानदार नेताओं को जेल में डाल के और भ्रष्टाचारियों को अपनी पार्टी में शामिल करवा के ऐसे तो देश आगे नहीं बढ़ सकता।
The Aam Aadmi Party held a referendum on whether Kejriwal should resign as Delhi Chief Minister.
मुझे लगता है दुनिया का पहला मुख्यमंत्री हूँ जिसने अपनी मर्जी से 49 दिन के बाद इस्तीफा दे दिया था। इस्तीफा मैं अपने जूते की नोक पे लेके चलता हूँ। मेरे को कोई मुख्यमंत्री की कुर्सी का लालच नहीं है, लेकिन हमें ये देखना है इनका ये जो षड्यंत्र है, इस षड्यंत्र के अंदर अपने को नहीं फंसना। तो मुझे इस्तीफा देना चाहिए या मुझे जेल से सरकार चलानी चाहिए, इस बारे में मैं अलग अलग लोगों से सबसे चर्चा कर रहा हूं।
All this while, Kejriwal hasn't been specific when it comes to Liquorgate allegations.
बहुत पावरफुल लोग हैं। कल से इनके सारे नेता चिल्ला चिल्ला के कह रहे हैं केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार करेंगे, केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार करेंगे। शायद बीजेपी ने सीबीआई को आदेश भी दे दिया है कि केजरीवाल को गिरफ्तार करना है। अब बीजेपी ने अगर आदेश दिया है तो सीबीआई की क्या मजाल है? तो सीबीआई गिरफ्तार करेगी।
Ironically, he painted a picture of anti-corruption crusader in 2013.
ये कहते हैं आम आदमी पार्टी कट्टर ईमानदार पार्टी है। कट्टर ईमानदार मतलब मेरा बेटा भी अगर कल को बदमाशी करेगा तो उसको बख्शूंगा, उसको छोड़ूंगा। इनकी पार्टियों में भ्रष्टाचारी नहीं बैठे क्या? इन लोगों की पार्टी में भ्रष्टाचारी नहीं बैठे? कितने भ्रष्टाचारी हैं? आज तक इन्होंने एक को भी निकाला हो भ्रष्टाचार में तो बता दो।
Has Kejriwal exploited the anti-corruption movement to come to power? Is Kejriwal losing a perception battle? Let's debate.
The problem, Siddharth, with for the Aam Aadmi Party is that people are not responding to you. People are not reacting to you. When you said that, you know, he's going to be arrested, nobody cares. You know, there's no public outrage. There's no huge amount of Twitter traffic. You know, you try to create the usual Aam Aadmi Party hawa. We have information that at 8:40 he is going to be arrested. You expect a tidal wave of reactions. No, 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 Mr. Kejriwal, please don't get arrested. But nobody's reacting. The problem with a political party is when it loses the pulse of the people, Siddharth, and you can't countenance that fact. I'm telling you something. People used to say earlier, you have built Kejriwal. They used to say this to me. I said, no, I supported Anna Hazare. But at that time, there was a pulse of the people. One word from Anna Hazare, people would react. Isn't that right? Ishkaran, you remember those days? One word from Anna Hazare, people would react.
Those were days of credibility.
It was not Arvind Kejriwal, it was Anna Hazare. But now people are not reacting. Yeah, now people are not reacting. It's like, okay, deal with it. It's your personal problem. Why come crying to us? So, you know, the problem is, if Kejriwal gets arrested tomorrow, there's going to be no outrage. It's just like Hemant Soren getting arrested. You know what I mean? People aren't out on the streets for Hemant Soren. They won't be out on the streets for Kejriwal also.
Kejriwal's obituary has been written for the last 10 years.
Mr. Kejriwal's Aam Aadmi Party has come to power in 2 states. It has MLAs in 4 states, and it has elected representatives, more than 1,000 representatives across India. So basically, Arvind Kejriwal's governance model basically spooks BJP, and everyone knows that. Now, regarding the specific points that you were raising in this program earlier.
But even there's nothing special in what you're saying. Even Hemant Soren says that. Do you realize how similar you sound to Hemant Soren?
Nobody is reinventing the wheel here, or not, including
Hemant
you.
Soren
So
says
let's not-
BJP is spooked by me.
BJP is spooked. I'll tell you why, and if you give me 20 seconds to answer, because you are asking me questions, I'm the accused, so you have to give me proper time for defense. Now there are some facts that I'll tell you. In 2010, the then incumbent Chief Minister of Gujarat also did not appear when summoned by the Supreme Court SIT in Gujarat. Point number 1. Point number 2. The CBI has already raided and summoned Delhi Chief Minister. He has answered them more than 50 questions for nearly 10 hours. There is no more fish left in this water to hook. Point number 3, once someone gets elected, there's a way to deal with constitutional personalities. Even United States, which had denied visa to the then Gujarat Chief Minister, recognized him as the elected Prime Minister of India and extended him befitting protocol. What privileges BJP receives for itself, it should also extend to others. That's called constitutional propriety. Now, BJP, if it is so worried about liquor, why Entertainment Directorate is not calling Gujarat Chief Minister or Haryana Chief Minister where people are dying because of huge tragedies? Why? Simply because BJP is essentially spooked by Kejriwal, because he delivers health and education to everyone without resorting to appeasement or polarization. And a well-to-do society like Delhi rejects BJP's zero governance. Because and that is what has been proven in the last 10 years. Basically, Kejriwal BJP की पाखंड की दुकान बंद करवा देता है, इसीलिए उसे परेशान करो. Any law enforcement agency, if it feels that it has a good case, it can go to any magistrate and get an arrest warrant against anyone. That is how the police do it. When BJP says the Delhi elected government has absolutely no powers and everything needs the concurrence of the LG, how come the LG is not a party? LG is not being asked by the ED in this case. Isn't BJP saying itself to be corrupt? The charisma of Kejriwal from Tamil Nadu, because Kejriwal is a versatile speaker. He is a bilingual. He can speak Hindi, he can speak English. Basically, he can speak both these languages very well. So everyone knows that when Team India will fight these elections, even if Kejriwal will not be fighting elections in Tamil Nadu, he will be very good campaigner. He will be a star campaigner. And the BJP's trick here is like the Australians when they play cricket, they try to heckle the captain and get him out. That is what they are trying to do, and
Team what?
For everyone to see.
Team what? No, team what? Team what? Team what?
I said when the Australians play India, they try to heckle Virat Kohli, the star campaigner, because they think that they can psych him out. That is what BJP is trying to do with Team India, and that is as clear with the Chandigarh thing that happened. In Chandigarh, what happened? Everyone knows that BJP is trying to redefine mathematics by saying 16 is bigger than 20. The presiding officer makes a mark on a ballot. Everyone knows in India, I think the viewers of Republic know that a currency note and a ballot, these are two things on which nobody can make a mark. It is illegal. But the presiding officer in Chandigarh mayoral elections makes a mark. It's for everyone to see on television.
Right
what does it say? BJP घर घर में चोर, गली गली में चोर है. बीजेपी वोट चोर है, यही तो साबित हो रहा है, बिल्कुल स्पष्ट हो रहा है.
Siddharth, one point, please. May I intervene?
Yeah, please.
May I intervene?
Your show.
Thank you, sir. May I? No. It's your show. My point is that am I right in assessing that somewhere you're a little hot under the collar today? You're not your normal self. You're realizing options are running out. Supreme Court has said there is a prima facie case. None of your leaders are getting bail. None of your leaders are getting bail in one case. It's getting damn serious. And do not expect Arvind Kejriwal, if he gets arrested, I'm not saying when he gets arrested, to get any special treatment different from Manish Sisodia in this case. He'll be treated on the same terms.
Is that for me to answer?
He may be party boss for you, but that's not the way the court will look at it. No, it's a comment from me. It's a comment.
Fine.
I like to do commentaries. I never pretend I'm unbiased. My question is,
That's
no,
why
there
I
have
said
been
your
days
show.
I've supported Arvind Kejriwal in the past, but no, I'm saying it's all right. My point is, I'll get Basuri to respond to this from the BJP. Hashtag is Kejriwal next? Basuri, is the BJP building up to that? Is the ED building up to that, in your view?
Thank you, Arnab. So first of all, let's put it very, very clearly that the ED is an independent agency. No matter how much Siddharth Bhai tries to paint the ED and the BJP with the same brush, it is not true. And I have evidence to prove to it. I know that Siddharth Bhai will not believe a word of what I'm saying. So I have a 20th of October 2023 order passed by the Honorable Delhi High Court, in which the Aam Aadmi Party lawyers at length submitted before the court about the politicization of investigating agencies, particularly the ED. And this is what the Honorable Delhi High Court had to say at paragraph 85. This court will not insinuate or impute any political motives to the investing agencies in absence of any material on record and does not consider it a prima facie case of no evidence at all. So first of all, the ED is an independent agency just doing its job. Second, the reason why Mr. Kejriwal is being summoned again and again is because 7 times Mr. Manish Sisodia's bail has been rejected. Various courts of the land have found that there is establishment of prima facie evidence against the Aam Aadmi Party leaders in the liquor scam. Further, as per section 50, subsection 3 of the PMLA, it is mandatory that if you have been summoned by the ED, then it is mandatory by law for you to come and produce yourself. Every time Mr. Kejriwal does not appear before the ED and disrespects a summon, he flouts the law of the land. Now, Siddharth Bhai spoke about BJP being spooked. Let me put a few things before. Please see this reality. In the recent Vidhan Sabha elections, the Aam Aadmi Party contested 200 seats. They were not able to even open the account or a single seat. In fact, the people of Bharat chose and preferred Nota over the candidates fielded by the Aam Aadmi Party. So as far as the charisma of Mr. Kejriwal as a star campaigner is concerned, I must very humbly say and respectfully say it is clearly dwindling. Arnab, you're absolutely right. Mr. Kejriwal is losing the war of perception because he has become a very, very khas aadmi in the garb of an Aam Aadmi. Can you ever imagine a normal human being like you and I ever flouting and telling the ED to go take a hike, saying that I am not going to turn up for your summon? In fact, look at the audacity. Today, he was supposed to come on 2nd of February. The ED had asked him to turn up and join the investigation. Instead, he went and indulged in a protest. So this time, he's not even bothered about making excuses of being in a Vipassana or a meditation workshop. He's clearly just saying that the summons are illegal. I want to ask one thing very quickly. He has such competent and expensive lawyers on his retainer who are telling him that the summons are illegal. Why are they not taking the trouble of going and knocking the court's door and asking for quashing of these summons? Very respectfully, it is neither for Mr. Kejriwal's team nor Mr. Kejriwal himself to decide whether summon is legal or illegal. It is only the courts of India. If he feels that they are illegal, he should go and ask for quashing of the summons.
Yeah, see, the point being made is, Piyush, very logical. Ishkaran will also come in, you can come in and open it up. Even if Kejriwal thinks that this summons is unfair, he is nobody to judge. See, I'll give you an example. I was given a summons. I was asked, why have you called Sonia Gandhi and Tonia de Maino? Why have you raised the Palghar case? I thought it is a damn stupid case. But I still went. I was summoned, I went. For 12 hours, I went through a ridiculous interrogation. Why did you call Sonia Gandhi and Tonia Maino? Will you apologize for that? I said, I won't, but I went through it. So, an individual being summoned is in no position to decide the process. What Mr. Kejriwal is getting caught in is process, and no court will support him on that. And when the courts don't support him, saying that the process you are following is wrong, he faces likely arrest. If he faces likely arrest on a court submission, Piyush, be serious. Then the court will be issuing the arrest warrant. The court will be okaying the arrest warrant. You can't attack the court then.
Well,
You've chosen this path. And the choice for this path, viewers, is because Kejriwal... No, 1 minute. I'll just finish in a minute. Kejriwal, Piyush, is caught in a time warp. He thinks it is still 2011. He still thinks this is India against corruption. He still thinks वो हाथ में झंडा खड़े करके इधर बोल रहे हैं तो 1000 लोग आ जाएंगे, वहां बोलेंगे तो 10,000 लोग आ जाएंगे. नहीं आएंगे. He is not realizing he's a full-fledged professional politician facing a scam. The entire context is different. And you're aware of it. I think he's painting himself into a corner. Piyush.
Okay, he's not painting himself into a corner. It is a political witch hunt. So the fight is, taken at a political level by Aam Aadmi Party. So an Aam Aadmi Party is well within its rights to reply to the political witch hunt, which is run by ED at the behest of the Bharatiya Janata Party and the central government in the likewise manner. You know why Kejriwal is being targeted in such a manner? Because it disturbs a well-established homeostasis. He is unpredictable when it comes to the predictable political strategies of other opposition parties.
I ask you a question. 1 minute.
Yeah, you asked me a question. I'm getting to that.
Just 1 minute.
Yeah.
I ask you a question.
Well, you asked me a long question.
I am asking you. No, a specific counter you carry on. Very short, specific counter to you. Very short, specific counter to you.
Okay.
Very short, specific counter to you. There is a particular leader, right? I think Congress or wherever, who put out a tweet about a diamond ring that was gifted by Raghav Chadha to his wife. I don't know her name. She's from the film world. And whether intentionally, unintentionally or coincidentally, the person got picked up by the Punjab police within seconds, right? But the person was forced to comply. Second example I'll give you. Very strong comments on Twitter, etc. made by a very active BJP leader who's on social media. What's his name? Tejinder Pal Singh Bagga, I think. The person got picked up by the Punjab police, Kejriwal's police. The person had to comply. So I'm saying that what are you guys saying? See, you are vindictive politicians. You send the Punjab police behind anyone.
Okay. Let me reply.
Who's going to back you? It's not 2011. It's not 2011, bhai.
Arnabji, it is not 2011. It is 2024, and still India is against corruption, and Kejriwal is still the face of that movement. If anybody, can lead that kind of fight against corruption, it is Kejriwal and nobody else. And that is why he disturbs the well-established homeostasis of the established political norm. And that is why Kejriwal is such a threat. Now, coming to your question, whosoever has been picked up by Punjab police.
You are saying Kejriwal is the face of the anti-corruption campaign after doing Liquorgate?
Well, what liquor gate are we talking about? It is all alleged. It is the money trail is yet to be
Supreme Court is not. Supreme Court said solid case.
It is all alleged. Not a single penny of rupee has been confiscated from any of the premises of any of the Aam Aadmi Party leaders.
You didn't hear the Supreme Court
about this imaginary liquor gate.
No, did you and Siddharth not hear the Supreme Court observations on Liquorgate?
Well,
did you and Siddharth and Nikhil, who's raising his hand furiously, you didn't hear the Supreme Court observations on Liquorgate? How can you say what Liquorgate? What do you mean by what Liquorgate?
I am well aware.
Tomorrow you will say what Supreme Court? Tomorrow you will say what Supreme Court?
Now can you reply? Can you allow me to reply? I know I'm well aware of the Honorable Supreme Court's observation, and I disagree with Honorable Supreme Court's observation because it still mentions the alleged word in that. It never says that the money trail has been established or money trail has been proven. So the money trail is yet to be proven unless and until it is that Mr. Kejriwal and Mr. Manish Sisodia and even Mr. Satyendra Jain.
Okay, so but listen,
they are not guilty. What are we talking about? What kind of democracy are we living in? We can pick up any.
But then why? See, nobody is arresting you. Go face the summons. Listen. Okay, so here's the Piyush. Listen. Piyush, listen.
Come as the enforcement director.
You are being asked.
That is the worst time we have seen in this country. That a political spokesperson of a political party.
No, these are all subjective things you are saying.
Of an enforcement directorate. What are we talking about?
But you have a sense of outrage about this. But as far as I am concerned, and as per the law, is any other citizen.
Arnabji, when you were summoned,
yes, I complied.
Tejinder Pal Singh Bagga
I didn't
was
run.
Summoned,
I complied.
You were summoned as an accused. Mr. Kejriwal ji, someone is an accused as a head of an institution and as a head of a political party. In what capacity is he summoned? As a witness, the ED fails to explain in what capacity.
No, I think you're wrong. No, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. 1 minute, bro. Don't get wrong on me. When I was summoned, since you're making it personal, 1 minute, bhai, listen to me. भाई ऐसे नहीं करते हैं यार, ऐसे नहीं करते हैं, बोलने दीजिए, ये क्या हो रहा है? मैं कह रहा हूँ भाई रिलैक्स, मेरे को समन किया गया, ठीक है, दुनिया हर दिन आपको रात को बोलने, मुझे समन किया गया, नहीं, I was summoned, 100 FIRs were filed against me, I was summoned for interrogation. I complied with interrogation multiple times. अब क्या बोल रहे हो? आपके वीवीआईपी कल्चर क्या है? हम केजरीवाल है, हम चिट्ठी लिखेंगे. Suppose I wrote a letter to Sachin Waze, I think Sachin Waze, you are a fool. Suppose I write a letter to Parambir Singh, you're a corrupt man. I will not comply.
You know, the
Does it work
BJP
like that?
Arnab ji is extended to Himant Biswa Sarma, is extended to Ajit Dada Pawar, is extended to Digambar Kamath, is extended to Chhagan Bhujbal.
I agree, and any of them are summoned, they will have to comply.
1 decade.
I agree.
So
at
that
the
is
summoning
the
stage, you have to comply, because you're either giving a... You see, my question... Okay, Baba, I give up. Here's a situation where you say, I am not going to face summons, I am not going to be questioned. Okay, I think what's happening here, viewers, people ask me what's happening. I think Kejriwal is making sure that Manish Sisodia is political toast. Kejriwal is very brutal about his decisions. Remember, here is a man who's effectively removed every single party leader around him. So what he's saying is, poor Manish Sisodia, poor Satinder Jain, sorry bhai, you got fixed. But I haven't signed any papers. I'm not a cabinet minister. Technically, they can't get me.
Nice dream, nice dream.
But then you see the Aam Aadmi Party brought into the ambit of the investigation. No. That's his strategy. He'll go and say, I'm very sorry, but he knows the way it's headed. He's going to do everything possible to save himself. Tomorrow, if Atishi is accused, he will put Atishi in jail. Tomorrow, he'll put Raghav Chadda in jail to save himself. He will put Siddharth Sharma in jail, I'm telling you.
Okay, since you took my name, Arnab,
if required.
Can I respond?
No, I'm going to Ishkaran.
That's why I have to respond.
I'm going to Ishkaran. I think he should comply.
This was a question.
I think he should comply.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll come to that.
I have many years back forgotten the difference between questions and comments.
Can I come to that point, 15 seconds?
But I'm asking Ishkaran. No, I'm saying, I'm saying ये क्या कर रहे हैं? Comply नहीं करेंगे इसमें कोई, no martyrdom you are going to get. Ishkaran.
Fine. That's why I said your show.
Let Ishkaran reply. Let Ishkaran reply, then you come in.
Okay.
Arnab, let's first state the obvious and then understand the strategy behind the unobvious. The obvious is if an enforcement agency sends you a summon, the investigative agency sends you a summon, you have to comply with it. You cannot sit pretty and say it is illegal, it has to be quashed. You have to go to the court, get it quashed. And I am very sure Mr. Kejriwal knows this very well. That's the obvious. Everybody knows no matter how illegal the summons, you have to either comply with them or you have to go to court and get a stay order or an interim protection. So that's the obvious. That's the law of the land. There is no debate on that. Let's not waste time on that. What is the unobvious we have to understand here? I think Mr. Kejriwal does not think he's in 2011. He thinks he's in 2014. You remember a defamation case by Mr. Gadkari on him? He refused to sign a bail bond, saying this bail bond is illegal. I will not sign this bail bond. And he went to jail for 3-4 days. Then what happened? The usual somersault. High Court said no. And that time he was very clear, I will not sign bail bond, I will come out without signing a bail bond. High Court said, please sign the bail bond. And very quietly, after 3-4 days of publicity, he signed the bail bond, which he had promised not to sign the way he had promised, I will not take a house, I will not take VIP facilities, etc., etc. Another one in the long line of promise. Now, what is the difference this time? Difference in 2014, A, there was public sympathy because people thought an ordinary citizen has come to change the system. B, the law was very different.
Yeah.
It was a defamation case. It was not a case of heinous, serious corruption involving the enforcement directorate. So I think he's trying to apply the 2014 strategy. If he gets arrested 4 times, 5 times, who don't comply with ED, it's very likely they would be left with no other option but to take coercive action. And then probably he thinks he will get sympathy and he will get some votes. The difference is, A, it is not 2014. B, it is not a speech case where every Indian was feeling we need to fight corruption, even though in that case later he apologized to Mr. Gadkari. I have nothing to say. So that fundamental difference, I think, will become very clear over the next 5-7 days to Mr. Kejriwal, that you cannot dictate what's the law of this nation. You can't sit in your office or in a TV studio and say that these summons are illegal. You have to get a court order to say they are illegal. Otherwise, like Mr. Sisodia, who used to say, I am Kattar Imandar, there is nothing against me, but he got relief from no court. I fear that will be the fate versus the sympathy he wants, which will play out in 2024. I don't think so.
First of all, the BJP spokesperson very eloquently mentioned that every time Kejriwal doesn't accept these summons, he is flouting Section 15(5), subsection 5 of the PMLA Act. There is no subsection 5 in Section 15. Secondly, I think let's look at it for what it is. ED is practically running a tours and travels and a homestays company. They go around after opposition leaders. They're not going after any of the leaders. The BJP
I like that. I like that. I love these moments. We wait that. No, we wait right there. You said she doesn't know the law.
Can I at least make my point? I've been waiting 35 minutes on your debate to at least counter the point.
You made a point.
You can have your fun later
No.
Can I make the point that I was making?
No,
Why does the ED not knock on the doors of Ajit Pawar? Why do they not go after Hemant Biswa Sharma?
Why you are trying? You want me to read it out?
Pick up the PMLA Act and debate it. Have it out in the open between the both of them. What is this? Pick up the PMLA Act. One side is right, one side is wrong. Pick it up and let's have it out. Ishkaran also, as the lawyer, comes into this. Which section, which subsection? I love these moments.
I think he misheard. I think he misheard. Obviously, the act is there.
Section 50, subsection 3. What are you talking about, Nikhilji?
Basuri, you mentioned section 15, subsection 5. Now you can go around and change the section that you mentioned, and I can't do anything about it.
5-0, you missed 50, subsection 3.
Now you're changing and saying section 50 and subsection 3. Those are two different things.
Oh, for God's sakes, please, you and I, you do this, but this is our daily bread and butter. Here is the PMLA. All right, my learned friend, I will send you a box.
Ladies and gentlemen, superb rebut. Hit back by Basuri Swaraj. 1-0 ahead on this fight. I love these moments.
Arnab, how is it a superb rebut? And why are we making it a fighting match?
5-0, subsection 3.
The point is the BJP spokesperson mentioned 15-5.
2-0 to
Now
Basuri
she's saying
Swaraj.
53.
Scores the second time. The man is in a corner right now.
No. Arnab, she changed the section in the middle of the debate. Earlier she said 15-5 and now she's saying 53. And can we please get
Nikhil,
to
you misheard me.
Nitty-gritties and technicalities.
For God's sake,
it's not a legal debate that we're having.
I
win. She wins. She's obviously changed the section that she had quoted earlier. But the fact of the matter is that the ED is going after people completely in a politically motivated manner. She was very erudite in quoting the judgment of the Delhi High Court.
You bit off more than you can chew.
What about the times that the Supreme Court has rebuked the Enforcement Directorate for acting in a political manner? I can read out a bunch of articles. You just Google.
I love these debates, ladies and gentlemen. I just love them. Let's go back to the debate now. Okay, bro.
Pull back. Unjust manner in which the ED has proceeded against opposition leaders.
Move on. Political point पे आ जाओ.
Summons to people. You can't expect them to keep on going to the ED's office every time.
In my show, I never allow somebody to get away with a technical point which is proven wrong.
If the ED really has a case against these leaders, why do they not file a charge sheet? Hemant Soren was appearing before the ED in the summons. He was being questioned and everything. Why was he arrested by the ED? The fact of the matter is that the moment an opposition leader complies with the summons of the ED, the ED is going to arrest them. Do we want a situation? And now what is happening in Jharkhand? The governor is sitting on the demand of the single largest party in the legislature, and is not letting them form the government. This is how the BJP is trying to topple democratically elected governments in the country. How can you not see that, Arnab? This is out and out clear. I am not supporting Kejriwal. I am not against Kejriwal. My point is simple, that the ED is a very, very politically motivated organization. It is nothing but the election department of the BJP.
Yeah. Okay. You guys went to the Supreme Court earlier with the same complaint. The Supreme Court sent you packing, saying don't bring issues in the political sphere into the judicial sphere. We'll have nothing to do with it. Now, having said that, Siddharth, I want you back in a one-on-one debate with Basuri. Siddharth, see, Arvind Kejriwal's strategy, now I go to the politics, has been, I don't want anything, people want, people want. हम कुछ नहीं चाहते, लोग चाहते. लोग चाहते. पहले बोला, हम पॉलिटिक्स में कभी नहीं आना चाहते. किसने बोला? लोगों ने मुझे बोला. मैंने कुछ नहीं किया. लोगों ने मुझे बोला पॉलिटिक्स में कभी मत आओ. फिर कहा मैं पॉलिटिक्स में आऊंगा. मैं नहीं आना चाहता. लोग बोल रहे हैं मुझे पॉलिटिक्स में आना चाहिए. लोग बोल रहे हैं. मेरी कोई इच्छा नहीं है. लोग बोल रहे हैं. फिर बोला कि मैं समन्स एक्सेप्ट करूं नहीं करूं. लोग बोल रहे हैं कि समन्स एक्सेप्ट मत करो. फिर यह भी कहा लोग बोल रहे हैं इस्तीफा मत दो. तो कहां है वो लोग?
That makes
शर्मा
him a
सीधा
pure
सवाल है,
Democrat,
कहां है वो
right?
लोग?
That makes him a pure what
Why
you
are
are
you
saying
shooting
makes
off the
him a
people?
pure
No, why are
Democrat.
you shooting off the people's shoulder?
What you say, if it is
Pure
true,
Democrat.
that makes him Arvind Kejriwal a true Democrat, because after the Anna Hazare movement, you know, I know, everyone knows that there was a referendum, national-wide referendum, which said that yes, we have to form a political party. As far as ED cases go, Arvind Kejriwal did a referendum in Delhi. Out of the 38 lakh houses,
And who
25
has
lakh houses
audited
were
that
reached out, and nearly
referendum?
90%
KPMG,
of the people said
Deloitte.
that they are happy
Who
with
has
Arvind
audited
Kejriwal's
that
governance,
referendum?
and they
No,
want
one
him
minute,
to
one minute, one
continue
minute.
being
आप
the
ये जो
chief minister.
referendum की
Now,
बात करते हो,
coming
एक
to the
मिनट,
point,
एक
coming
मिनट,
to the
एक
point.
one minute, no, one minute. Listen,
You're
listen.
sure, you're sure, the moment you say 1 minute,
हर चीज में लोगों ने हमारे कहा.
You're sure.
Of course it's my show. Of course it's my show. That's the last thing I've got, man. What do you want? Take it away from me? Now listen to me.
No, absolutely
I'm
not.
saying to you,
I'm more than happy to
when
be
you
part of
say
your show.
People have told us. I know you enjoyed. My question is, when you say people told me कि समन्स पे मत जाओ, people tell me इस्तीफा मत दो, तो मैं कहूंगा ये कहां पे किसने, which third party has audited this? Deloitte, KPMG?
Yeah,
Ernst and Young?
I'll answer that.
Grant Thornton? Who has done this? Audit किसने? You keep telling people, prove to me that you have an independent party doing a referendum saying don't comply with the summons. हर बार you are saying people have said, why don't you have the guts to say that I will not go? I will not go. Why are you blaming it on the people?
No, as far
I
as
will
the
not go.
third
I will
question
not
was
comply.
concerned,
I will build a new rule. I think I'm innocent. I won't apply.
Yeah, Arnab,
Yeah.
let me now answer. Again, I'll come back to the same point. If you're accusing me of something, you have to give me time for defense. Now, you and me both are parents. We know we try to send our kids to the school. We send our kids to school because we expect the teacher to teach, not a teacher who spanks my child every day. That is what ED is doing. Point number 2, Arvind Kejriwal is not skipping summons. He is seeking clarity from the ED
comparison?
in what capacity they are summoning him. For example, isn't it true that 10 or 15 or half an hour before this show with you, one of your colleagues called me and said that, Siddharth bhai, this is the show with Arnab sir and this is the subject. So if the ED is going to ask Arvind Kejriwal to come, Arvind Kejriwal is fully within his rights to ask the ED that I am ready to come. Please tell me what preparation I need to make. Are you calling me as a witness? Are you calling me as an accused? Are you calling me as the Chief Minister of Delhi? Are you calling me as the convener of a national party? It's as simple as that. Now, third point and the most important point, what the BJP spreads the canard today is that whoever doesn't get bail and whoever is in jail is guilty. That means BJP saying that Veer Savarkar was also guilty because he was also in jail? Is BJP saying that the LK Advani and Atal Bihari Vajpayee were also guilty because they were also in jail? Is BJP saying that Lord Krishna and Sita Devi were also guilty because they were also in jail? Is BJP saying Arnab Goswami is also guilty because he was also arrested at some point of time? Because all these people were in jail at some point of time. And most importantly, recent case, there are 8 people of Indian origin in Qatar jail.
Again, you're going to me, man. What's going on? Why do you drag me into all of this, your messy political fights?
They are guilty in
Why do you get me into the messy political fights? So I have nothing to do with your political fights, man.
It's as simple as that. And as far as liquor policy goes, if BJP, because Arnav, you know my style of debate. Whatever I've said earlier, I won't repeat it. I've already said it's already there on YouTube. If BJP says that Aam Aadmi Party government doesn't have any power in Delhi and the LG is all powerful, isn't it also incumbent upon the ED to call the LG also? Point number two, if the liquor policy of Delhi is so bad, how come the Hoots tragedy in Gujarat?
No, one minute.
These people are not called by ED.
Application of mind
clearly says that ED today is a naked example of abuse of law. ED is the premier investigating agency of India, is being turned into wolves to hound political opponents who cause acute discomfort to BJP. And that is the only point.
Can I come in, please? What is this now? We're flying away with it, man. I mean, let me come in.
Hemant Soren is caught by ED.
Come in.
As simple as that.
Ho gaya. Now let me say. Ho gaya. Now please. Third time you're coming to me.
You're sure.
Third time you're coming to me. No. Third time you're coming. You said you were put in jail. I was. But 14 days after I was put in jail, D.Y. Chandrachud gave a judgment in which he says prima facie there is no case. It's a rubbish case. So on the basis of evidence, the Supreme Court said that this was a wrong case. The Supreme Court is wise enough to know what is a case and what is not a case. I had faith in the courts. Why doesn't he have faith in the courts? Second point. Second point. Second point. No, please. Second point. But 3 days back, Lalu Prasad Yadav went for questioning in the cash for land scam. He was summoned, he was interrogated for 10 hours. If Lalu Prasad said, I think I'm innocent, I won't comply, what would have happened? If Lalu Prasad complies, why doesn't Kejriwal comply? Basuri, on the debate, I was making a point, I'm not asking a question.
And if the CBI, after months of taking those questions, hasn't been able to recover a single penny, Arvind Kejriwal is fully within his rights to ask the ED on what basis you're calling me. It's as simple as that.
Maybe the ED feels he's the mastermind. Maybe the ED feels he's the mastermind. Maybe the ED feels he's the mastermind. That's why the case won't close without him.
It's as simple as that. You're asking me to come and sit in an examination, but not telling me what the question paper is going to be, what the subject is going to be.
Okay, now listen. Basuri is responding. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Basuri responding to that.
Before your one comes, I'll let Basuri ji respond.
So first of all, the ED has been asking Mr. Kejriwal to join the investigations in November 2023. And let me tell you that the power of the ED to summon anybody is under Section 50, Nikhil 50 of the PMLA, which basically what it says is that you have the power to summon. Now, whether it is as an accused or it is
basically
as
the ED as a spanking teacher is asking you to send your kid every day to school to get spanked, right? You are sending your children to school to get study, and the teacher is spanking them, and that's why when you are asking the teacher, why are you spanking them, you are saying that you send your kid to my school because I want to spank them. Is that what your argument is? That is what Arvind Kejriwal is asking ED. That why are you calling me? Are you going to impart knowledge to me? Are you going to spank me? Because that is what ED has been doing everywhere. Be it with Stalin in Tamil Nadu, be it with Mamata Banerjee in West Bengal.
I was answering your question. Please permit me to complete.
Okay, so the simple answer here is one minute. Please, let's wait for a moment, please. Suppose 1 minute. Just one minute. Suppose you are a student who cheats in an exam, fails, and then tells his parents, I failed because I was worried that if I would fail, I would be spanked. There's also a principle.
Arvind Kejriwal already passed the test of CBI by answering all the questions. A student who has passed this test.
He's not an examiner. Oh God. Okay, now, Basuri, I give up with this level of argumentation. Okay, she's responding now. Please, take Siddharth, please, yaar. Let the others come in here.
I keep quiet. I rest my case.
Arnav, very quickly, first of all, the CBI and the ED are two different independent investigating agencies. Just because you have answered and adhered to the summon before CBI does not absolve you from appearing before the ED. Mr. Kejriwal has not adhered to a single summon since November 2023. That's number one. Number two.
Just like the incumbent
Please,
chief
Mr.
minister
Sharma,
of Gujarat in 2010
the ED has
did
to
not, did not attend the
Permit me to finish, Siddharthji. I have allowed you to. I've very patiently heard you.
Come on, Siddharth, yaar, please, yaar, don't overrun everyone, yeah.
Permit me to finish, Siddharthji. Please permit me to finish. I heard you very patiently. The whole aspect of in what capacity Mr. Kejriwal ji is being summoned is something which is a matter of investigation. Now that is exactly once he actually adheres and produces himself before the ED, once the investigation progresses further, that is when you will know whether he is an accused or he is being summoned as a witness. Now to point number 3, you were drawing parallels to all these great men like Veer Savarkar, etc. You do know that whether it is Mr. Manish Sisodia or it is Mr. Sanjay Singh, who is in jail and who is not being granted bail, it is after application of judicial mind. It is not the BJP that is keeping them in jail.
They are saying that they are not guilty just because Qatar court says that they are guilty. Are you agreeing that they are guilty?
Again,
just because Qatar
the
court
reason
is
why
guilty,
your ministers and your MP are not being granted bail, Mr. Satendra Jain is only on medical bail is because, please listen to me, is because the various courts of India have found establishment of prima facie evidence against them in the liquor scam. There are 3 lawyers on this panel, irrespective of ideology. I know that they will all agree with me that they are inside jail because of judicial orders.
And people die out of huge tragedy. How come there is no ED case there? Is that
let others come in now? Come on. Okay.
The
Others, Piyush.
prohibition and still people die because of huge tragedy. What kind of policy is that? Isn't the ED supposed to ask them? Isn't the ED supposed to arrest Mr. Nirav Modi? Isn't the ED supposed to arrest Mr.
But I am also getting a little concerned.
Isn't the ED supposed to arrest Mr.
I am a little concerned.
Isn't the ED supposed to arrest Mr. Lalit Modi?
Okay, Ishkaran's nodding. 30 seconds to Ishkaran. Bouncing back to Ishkaran.
How convenient. How convenient.
Ishkaran.
Just very short point.
Ishkaran, come on, Ishkaran, jump in.
Thank you. Arnab, by quoting great men, you do not become great. Those great men were not wanting palatial houses or taxpayer money. So let us be very clear on what happened in the past. Secondly, I find it as a citizen of this country extremely objectionable. One second, as a citizen of this country, forget as a lawyer, it's extremely objectionable to hear Qatar courts being compared with Indian judicial system. I think this is extremely unfortunate and this should not be done. You're comparing a monarchy with no judiciary with a vibrant, robust, independent judiciary.
How come the Prime Minister of India is embracing the Qatar Emir? Why aren't you boycotting Qatar then? Why are you having a diplomatic talk with the Qatari people? If you are downgrading Qatar on national television, you yourself are saying that the Prime Minister of India by embracing the Emir of Qatar is doing wrong. I'm not saying that. You are saying that.
Piyush, I also heard. Piyush, I also heard. Piyush, let me get one word from Piyush. Piyush, I'm also concerned because when you hear Arvind Kejriwal, actually one is personally quite a bit disappointed, if I can be heard tonight, because you see the circumstances have changed. 2 things. First of all, Arvind Kejriwal is not the same person as 2011. Today he lives in a house where 100 crores have been spent on renovating the curtains and getting the right kind of stuff.
That is not his personal
house. It's a different Kejriwal.
But that is the CM's house, Chief Minister's house. It's not his personal property.
He ordered it, right? But it was.
But tomorrow, if he is not the Chief Minister, someone else is. That person is going to live in that house. So we cannot portray that.
Yeah, but it was done for his comfort, right? Okay. He's done it for the taxpayers. He's done it for the people of
the Chief Minister of Delhi.
Are you forgetting Narendra Modi's 8,000
My second point is that when I heard him say, Piyush, when I heard him say, दूसरे लोग corrupt नहीं है क्या? दूसरे parties में corruption नहीं है क्या? That's a very weak argument. Others are also corrupt. It's a very Kalmadish line.
And he said that Aam Aadmi Party is Kattar Imandar. You forget that. He said Aam Aadmi Party is Kattar Imandar. So you are after the Aam Aadmi Party.
I think he should go for the summons.
Kattar Imandar, and you are leaving.
I'm saying he should go for the summons. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think if he complies with the summons, things change. If he doesn't, it's going downhill. It's going south. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been a very, 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 very fiery debate. Very, very fiery debate. On the other side, the things that are going horribly wrong with Paytm, ladies and gentlemen. Big allegations, money laundering, etc., hitting Paytm. And is it the whole Paytm story that's come to a stand? In a few minutes.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, mass comm, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra. This is Republic Niva Bupa Studios, your one-stop destination for all the breaking news updates, and I am Shivangi Shukla.
This is Republic Niva Bupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking news updates, and I am Nikita Sahai.
चंडीगढ़ का मेयर हमारा बनता है कि उनका बनता है, ये जरूरी नहीं है, कोई जरूरी नहीं है। हम यहाँ पे कोई सत्ता के लिए नहीं आए, हमारा बने चुनाव आते जाते रहते हैं। देश के साथ खिलवाड़ नहीं होना चाहिए हमारे जनतंत्र के।
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
This is Republic Niva Bhupa Studio, your one stop for all the breaking updates. I am Rakshita Mishra.